Greetings, actor friends. This is Michael Kostroff, and as you will guess from the occasional construction noise outside, I am shooting in New York City today. And I'm going to start today's video with a phrase I never thought I'd be saying to you. Let's talk sports. It may not come as a surprise to you that I don't know anything about sports. I'm not a sports guy. I never have been. I batted a ball or two when I was a little kid, and that's about it. But I learned a statistic that from someone that's, I think, interesting and valuable to us. The people who are in the Baseball Hall of Fame have that prestigious designation because they've failed only 70% of the time to hit the ball. Only 70% of the time, as opposed to failing more than 70% of the time. And that's because it's hard to hit a baseball. I would not want to get near one of those 100-mile-an-hour baseballs. I couldn't do it. It's also hard to book an acting job for other reasons, because there are so many of us, and because it's subjective and so forth. But the point is, they're in the Hall of Fame. Actors, meanwhile, and I know I give this similar message a lot because we need to hear it a lot. We tend to think that if we didn't book a job, it's a failure. That's it. If we don't book all the jobs, we're doing something wrong. If we don't book most of the jobs, we're doing something wrong. And the reality is that you might be a Hall of Famer if you're booking at all. You're looking at somebody who's considered a successful actor, and most of the jobs that I audition for I don't book. Most of them I don't book. In fact, it's so rare that I get very excited. I still call my wife and go, "Somebody pick me," because it's rare. Getting an acting job is rare. And also, there are a couple of particular differences between baseball and acting. Shockingly, I don't know if you realize that. It's not really pass-fail with us, and that's an important thing to understand. You either hit the ball in baseball or you don't. You hit it or you don't. You connect or you don't. It's a scientific that there's the ball, there's the bat. They don't have callbacks in the mix, seriously being considered, on hold, pinned. They don't have any of that stuff. They don't have understudies. They don't have, they don't narrow it down to who hit the ball. You either hit it or you don't. We have to recognize, as I often say, this is subjective. There are lots of factors. Sometimes you can be the best actor and not get the job. That is true. Sometimes you can be a terrible actor and get the job because the person picking makes a mistake. There are all kinds of moving parts. So, given the statistics, which they suck, you have to constantly decide if this is for you. But this is a profession where most of the time we do not gain employment. We don't connect. And if it's not for you, then that's worth considering. But if it is for you and you do continue to sign on for this life, you got to stop thinking that you've done something wrong if you don't get cast. It's not pass-fail like baseball. It's not hit or miss. You just didn't get picked, and that's a very, very important distinction for your self-esteem, for your motivation, for your encouragement to go forward. I've done great auditions that did not result in jobs. I've done lousy auditions that did result in jobs. It's just not linear like that. So if you're getting up to bat and it's a swing and a miss, that's the norm, and you might still be an MVP. And that is, God, I hate puns, but here we go. That's my pitch. I hope you find these little messages of mine helpful. I love hearing from you. Love when you share with your fellow actors, not for me, but for them. And I'll be back next week with something that will certainly not be sports related. I think this is a one and done. But I'll be back with some sort of thought on this stuff this shared experience of ours. All right. I hope you're all doing well. Be easy on yourselves out there. It's a hard damn profession. It always has been, always will be, and that's the norm. All right, friends. I'll see you next week. Bye.